I want to share something that's very, very near and dear to all of our heart, and that is what is called the Shaklee difference that you'll hear a lot about. And the Shaklee difference is really made of three parts. It's about our leadership, it's about our philosophy, and it's about our incredible, amazing products. So I want to share those parts of what the Shaklee difference is all about with you today. So let me start with the very first one, and that's leadership. Shaklee has done extraordinary things over the past 50 years. 7 of Time Life's greatest adventures of all time were powered by Shaklee products. Well, let me walk you through those 7 very, very briefly so you know what they are, because it's something we can be incredibly proud of. Now, in 1980, the very first thing that Shaklee helped support was an ascent up Mount Everest. The very first American ascent up Mount Everest without any oxygen was supported with Shaklee products. And it was an incredible, incredible adventure. And Shaklee felt this was such an important thing for us to really make a difference on the planet that we noticed as there's massive deforestation that was happening in the Himalayas while everyone is trying to go up Mount Everest. So Shaklee went back in 1989 and worked with Sir Edmund Hillary to help plant over 1 million trees in Nepal, to put in hospitals and clinics and clean water system and septic systems to really leave a mark on the planet that, you know, is as light a footprint as possible. So that's one of Time Life's greatest adventures that Shaklee supported. Then there are 3 more that all happened through Will Steger. Will Steger is an Arctic explorer, and his mission is to look at what's happening on the environment in the most extreme parts of the world and do measurements about what's happening to the planet. And he looked to Shaklee because he needed help to survive under very, very difficult conditions in some of the greatest explorations that had ever been conceived before. So he looked to us for nutrition support. At the same time, we were asking him the question, what are you doing? What are your experiments going to be? And it was really about, he wanted to look at the changes that were happening to the planet, and this is a good way to do these measurements. So we supported research in 1986, 1989, 1995, this type of research. And Will Steger's research was able, because he was looking at melting ice caps, and he was aware of the whole subject of global warming before anyone was really registering it, because he was seeing changes happening. So Shaklee's help and support for these expeditions with our products and support from the company helped create the measurements that now all the scientists are talking about relative to global warming. So this is a huge, huge discovery and important investment that this company has made in trying to leave a difference on the planet too. And then another support that we did with one of these great adventures was the Voyager project, which was the greatest non-stop flight around the world. And this was done non-stop, and they needed incredible support through nutrition and support through great hydration, and that was also done by Shaklee products. And then you had Jacques Cousteau, an incredible explorer, on the Calypso. Shaklee products were being used because he wanted to make sure he was using types of products, cleaning products, other types of products that would have no harm if they would end up in, you know, being into the marine system. And then the Daedalus project, which is an amazing feat of human endurance. It's the longest human-powered flight that went across the Aegean Sea, and that was using Shaklee Performance. That was the creation of Shaklee Performance, was for that particular work. Now, again, one of the other things that's really important to recognize is since 1993, Shaklee has been supplying NASA with a specially created rehydration beverage that we refer to as AstroAid. This is not a current product that Shaklee sells. It's very, very unique for the shuttle astronauts, but NASA asked our research and development group to provide some help and assistance. And the reason that they did that is shuttle astronauts, during the time when they were re-entering and coming back down to Earth, sometimes would have trouble, you know, staying alert, or they would faint or pass out, so they needed extra hydration. So that's what the AstroAid supplied, and we've been supplying it since 1993. We're very, very proud of that one. So then you look at the explorers have really turned to Shaklee for help. That's a big leadership position. We also have incredible elite athletes at the very top of their game that look to Shaklee to help support what they do. Shaklee athletes have won 81 medals at the most elite event in the world, and including 54 gold medals, and we're also very proud of that. We support Hand Cyclists, who actually is a Shaklee distributor. We're really thrilled about that, who's won all sorts of awards. Triathletes use our products. One of the top LPGA golfers in all of the world is using Shaklee products. Then you have Carly Piper, who is actually a Shaklee kid. She was born using Shaklee products. She also won a gold medal at Athens in 2004. We're really proud of her. And then we supported the U.S. Snowboarding and Ski Association to their 10-medal win in Torino. So Shaklee products, the best of the best, have turned to us to provide the leadership that we do through our products. But then we get into another subject of leadership, which is about leadership for the planet. Now, what Dr. Shaklee's philosophy is when he founded this company was that we needed to look to nature, and at the same time, we needed to be stewards of nature. We had to take care of the planet and tread lightly. And so from a leadership standpoint, this has been a major commitment for this company to make a huge difference on the impact of the planet. In 2000, Shaklee did something that was unheard of. No other company has done this. What we did is we became the first climate neutral certified company. We looked at all of the CO2 production that we created as a company, and the CO2 is what everybody is talking about now that's contributing to global warming. The company was creating 22,000 tons of CO2 from the shipping of products directly to all of our customers, manufacturing, all of our operations, and we invested in fossil fuel emission reduction programs to completely neutralize our footprint on the planet, so we had no net impact on global warming whatsoever. So some of the projects that we did in 2000 and 2001, we replaced kerosene lanterns in very poor villages in Sri Lanka that created a lot of pollutants and a lot of carbon dioxide. And we replaced that with solar arrays. And then we also went to the Portland school system and we replaced their boilers. And then in 2003, we worked with the Rosebud Sioux tribe to create the very first wind turbine to also reduce our fossil fuel emission. And then we converted some of the school buses in the LA school system to biodiesel, which is actually using recycled vegetable, like fat from frying French fries and things like that. So Shaklee has done things that are absolutely extraordinary. They're being recognized as amazing accomplishments. This building is an amazing accomplishment. It's recycled carpeting, soy-based paints, sustainable woods. This company has deep, deep values about what we do in leaving little marks on this planet. We also sponsor a lot of very, very special environmental research projects, like the Wild Dolphin Project that we've supported since 1986, which has been researching a particular pod of dolphins, and just to find out what's happening to them over time and how their health is being impacted by the changes that are happening in the oceans today. The same for the Ocean Alliance Project, which has been studying pods of whales and other marine life because pollution is really affecting our ecosystem. So they're looking at what's going on, and this is an important leadership project that we're looking at. So it gets to our philosophy. So I've talked about leadership. Really the heart and soul of any company is the values that drive it. That's what you want to associate with, is some company that you can align your own personal values to. It's really, really important. Dr. Shaklee felt very, very strongly that the answers were all there for us, and it was really looking to nature to provide solutions for our health. And what Dr. Shaklee understood is that plants are extraordinary in their ability to create phytochemicals. These phytochemicals are abundant in things that can help promote and sustain health, the health of the plant, and also for all of us. And what plants are so amazing about is that a plant, like the leafy part of a plant that can be assaulted by the radiation from the sun, that can damage the leaf of the plant. Well, that plant, depending on where it's located or what the conditions, might create antioxidants to protect itself from the sun. The same time in another part of the world might be rainy season, and the roots of a plant are being assaulted by funguses that are trying to destroy the plant. Well, that plant may create antifungal ingredients. So plants have tremendous capacity to create these powerful, powerful phytochemicals. And human beings were designed to eat 600 different types of plant foods. Well, the average American eats 3 of them. ketchup, French fries, and iceberg lettuce. I mean, that's a terrible, terrible thing. But that's the reality of what's going on today. And that's impacting our health because nature has a solution, and Dr. Shaklee knew that. And he created this company to look to nature and create those solutions and come up